You're not going to believe what I'm about to tell you. One day I woke up, looked out my kitchen window, and half my fence was gone. Just gone, like it vanished overnight. And right there, in broad daylight, was Karen. Yep, that Karen from the HOA, pointing at the gaps like she'd done me some kind of favor. My heart was pounding. Monty stepped outside barefoot, didn't even grab my coffee, and she had the nerve to wave at me like we were neighbors who actually liked each other. So let me back up a little so you can see how all this insanity started. I live in this quietish, suburban neighborhood, the kind where folks keep their lawns tidy and smile at each other on trash day. I moved in about 5 years ago, thinking this would be the kind of place where I could get some peace. I'm just a regular guy, mid-30s, do IT work from home, like to tinker in my garage, grill on the weekends, and yeah, I built myself a damn good privacy fence. 8 feet tall, solid cedar, cost me a small fortune but worth every penny. Then there's Karen. She lives 2 houses down, but since she's on the HOA board, she thinks she owns the block. Always out there measuring grass with a ruler, taking photos if your garbage can's at the curb a minute too long. You know the type. Anyway, the first sign that something was off came about a month before the fence fiasco. I'd noticed Karen pacing along the edge of my yard, frowning at my fence, muttering to herself. Then she started sending me these official-looking letters, claims that my fence was non-compliant, that it violated some obscure section of the HOA rules she dug up. Funny thing is, I checked before I built the thing, had the permits, had the approval. But Karen didn't care about that. No, she wanted it gone. She kept pushing, showing up at my door, trying to catch me outside to lecture me about community standards. At first, I thought maybe if I ignored her, she'd back off. But of course, that's not how Karen operates. Next thing I know, she calls an emergency HOA meeting, doesn't even tell me about it, and votes, with her little circle of busybodies, to seize the fence panels as abandoned property. I'm serious. One morning I go out, and these hired guys are unscrewing the panels, stacking them up like firewood. I tried to stop them, but they had paperwork, bogus paperwork, turns out signed by Karen herself. She had the audacity to claim I donated the fence by leaving it up after a so-called notice period. I was furious, man. I couldn't even think straight. And here's where it gets weird. There's this guy named Sam, older dude, kinda scruffy, always walking his dog past my place. I didn't know him well, but he must have seen the scene unfolding. That afternoon, he shows up at my door with a cup of coffee, just hands it to me and says, "You're gonna need this, bud. And maybe a lawyer." Then he tells Medjit this Karen had done the same thing to him years back over a shed he built, and he'd fought it and won. But the best part? Sam knew exactly how these HOA auctions worked. She's gotta auction those panels, right? Well, maybe you should be the one bidding. So I did just that. Karen sets up this ridiculous little auction in the park, thinking she's gonna sell my fence off to the highest bidder, probably one of her HOA pals. But Sam and I, we showed up with cash. Every damn panel that went up for bid, he bought it. I didn't even flinch. Karen's face got redder and redder with every panel I snatched back. I could see her little plan crumbling right in front of her, and I swear, I almost felt bad. Almost. But Karen wasn't done. Oh no. She started telling the neighbors I was dangerous, that I was building some kind of bunker or illegal structure, trying to stir up fear and turn people against me. She even posted photos of me reloading the panels onto my truck, made it look like I was hoarding materials for who knows what. She really went for it. Man letters, social media posts, even tried to get the city inspector out to harass me. I kept my cool. I mean, I wanted to blow up. I wanted to scream at her, but instead, I documented everything. Every fake notice, every message, every petty complaint she filed. Sam helped me file an official grievance with the HOA Oversight Board, and we even got a real attorney involved. The guy was a beast, ate Karen's bogus rules for breakfast. Turns out she overstepped in a big way, and now she was looking at fines, not me. But I wasn't done. I had those fence panels, and I had an idea. One, I'll admit, was a little petty, but man, it felt good. I rebuilt the fence, but this time, I angled it, stacked it, arranged it so that Karen's yard was boxed in. Not on her property line. Of course, I kept it all within my rights, but enough that from her windows, all she could see was wood. Her precious view? Gone. Her open, airy feel. Prison yard vibes, all the way. The best part? She couldn't do a thing about it, because I followed every rule to the letter. I'll never forget the day she came storming out, demanding I take it down. The lawyer had to explain it to her, real slow, like you'd talk to a kid. He's within his rights, ma'am. Maybe next time, you'll think twice before overreaching. And that was it. Karen slinked back into her house, and for once she stayed quiet. The neighborhood felt different after that. Lighter. Folks started waving again, even stopping to chat, like they'd all been holding their breath waiting for someone to stand up to her. And now, I sit on my porch some evenings, look out at that wall of wood, and I think, did I go too far? Maybe. But then again, maybe it was exactly what needed to happen. What do you think? Was boxing her and crossing a line, or was it justice served? Thanks for hearing me out. Drop a comment. Let me know where you stand.